Hello viewers, well done, welcome to class again today. It's a joy to receive you, and of course you know how we do it. This is Edutop Scholar, where we come to simplify, in most cases, many of the things we do within the four walls of the classrooms. Now, our topic today, still of course, citizenship education for those in OND1, GNS 111, it is the course code. And our topic today is maybe the core of the course, citizenship education. And you know, the agenda is to simplify it in a way that you'll be able to understand better and comprehend as much as possible. So follow me carefully, but remember to subscribe to this channel so when there are other details or content, you can easily know when they are dropped. Now, straight to the topic of the day, citizenship education. And in this regard, we'll be dividing the class into different sections for you to be able to understand. The first thing is to look at the meaning of who a citizen is. And the other part is to discuss what is citizenship education as a course. And the third one, we're going to just look at why and what are the benefits of studying this course, citizenship education. Before we very look at what are the methods or the different ways of acquiring citizenship of any nation. So please follow me as we journey together. Now, starting, who is a citizen? Now, we are taking our time to also discuss these things in simple terms because we also know that there are many of us who are not even art student or government student, but peradventure you're a science student or commercial student and you have found yourself in this institution and you are required to do this course. Don't worry, this will break it down. So who is a citizen? By simple definition, a citizen is a legal member of a particular state or a nation. Once again, a citizen is a legal member of a particular state or nation. Remember, we did not say is a member alone, but a legal member. Alright, and we did not also say that a citizen is somebody who is born in a nation. That could be, but not entirely so. Because somebody could be born in a nation, and of course there could be a citizen, or there could be other reasons why that thing could be lost. However, a citizen is somebody who is a legal member of a state or nation. And what legal there means, you are recognized by the law or the provisions of the law, which means a person is a citizen so far the law says so. And many times we'll be able to look at that one when we get to the other part of the course. But just put it simply so, that a citizen is a legal member of a state or a nation. Alright, we can also define citizen as a member of a particular political community who stand to enjoy some rights and obligations and of course also perform some responsibility. A member of a political society who stand to enjoy some rights or obligations and also responsible for performing some basic obligation or some basic duties to the state. So that's what we call a citizen. So the next one is, what is citizenship education? In most times, I always define this one by looking at what is education. Education is simply the transference of knowledge from generation to generation. So, what then is citizenship education? It is simply the study of the kind of relationship that must exist between the citizen and the state. So, citizenship education is the study of the kind of relationship that exists between the citizen and the state. So it talks about their rights, it talks about their duties, it talks about what they must enjoy, it talks about what they must also do. Alright, so this course, citizenship education, is therefore the study of the basic rights, functions, and activities of both the citizen and of course the state in the other part. Without wasting our time, I want us to now go straight to the benefit of studying this course. Now, in most times, many people find this thing like, what is even citizenship? But it's not anything big. When this one, a citizen is a member of a state, alright, citizenship just talks about the status of an individual, the legal status. So a citizenship, or this citizenship simply means the legal status of an individual. So this talks about the status of a person. That's so if you should not even convince anybody or be finding it difficult to understand. So if you have any question, use the comment section so that we can understand. Don't forget, a citizen is a legal member of a society. Why? Citizenship is the legal status of an individual as being a part of a society. It talks about your rights, your obligations, your duties. Why? The education of it is now the study of citizenship of a person. That is their rights, their duties, and also what they must perform in return to the state. If you have any question at this point, please use the comment section, and be rest assured we're going to attend to it as much as possible. Then, what are the benefits? Now, I suspect that maybe in your exam, they could ask you the question like, please listen to this question. They could say, who is a citizen? Or they say, what is citizenship education? And they will now say, discuss 5 benefits of studying citizenship education. So if that is the question, don't be disturbed. It's a very simple one. We have discussed the citizen and of course the citizenship education. Now to talk about the benefit of studying citizenship education. I'm just going to give you about 5 or 6 so they can just run through other things and get more. Number 1, it makes us to know our rights. Because if we don't study this thing, we might not be able to know what are the things we start to enjoy in the state. So it makes us to know our rights. Number 2, it enables us to know the rights of the duties of government or the functions of the government. So also it enlightens us about our political obligations. Alright? Another benefit of this course is that it enables us to know the status of the political situation in the society. Another one is it enables us to engage political activities, to know how we can vote and also be voted for. There are many other examples. It also enables us to know our economic rights within the state. So you know what you can venture into, what you can tap from, the resources you can tap from without any legal opposition as it is. So there are many benefits of doing this course. It enables you to know what you can also do as being a part of a society. Among many other things, it makes you to be able to lay claims to what belongs to you in a society. So that's that for that. I'm trying to put them all together in a way you can understand. Now, how to acquire citizenship status? Because this is maybe, and the question could just come like, how can citizenship be acquired? So there are popularly 5 ways by which a man or a woman or a person can become a citizen of a nation. Now, the first one is maybe the most popular one. And what is that? That is the citizenship acquired through birth. This one is very popular and common because when somebody is born in a society or in a state, we will say that person is a citizen. Why? Because they were born there or that is their origin. So if this form of citizenship is acquired when a person is born in a particular society, state or nation, or as that nation as the place of origin. Maybe their parents came from that nation, you could then say that fellow is a citizen of that nation by birth. Alright, so that's the first one. The second one is the one acquired through marriage. Alright, when one marries to a particular nation and after some time they have been registered by the nation as they are, as of course they are married and they have been registered, we can also say that that person is a citizen. Because when somebody marries, maybe now for example, somebody, a Nigerian who marries a Ghanaian, a Nigerian guy who just went to Ghana to marry somebody from Ghana, when you bring the person to Nigeria and they register, by registration through marriage, we could say such a person is a citizen, because by marriage they have been adopted into the Nigerian political system. Alright, so that's the second one. The third one is by registration. Now this one is not that popular or common. Alright, before I go to that, this one of marriage, if you have, I don't want to teach this one, but let me just mention it. If you see many of our people in overseas, maybe a Nigerian guy who goes to UK or to the US, and they say they're looking for a YT, what they are looking for is they want to become a citizen, and they know when they marry a white person over there, by some basic legal frameworks, they could become a citizen and as such be established and receive their passport. So marriage by itself is also one of the most profound way of becoming a citizen of a person. How? When you marry a member of that particular nation or country. So the third one is the one attained by registration. So this might not be that common or popular, however, it is also a provision in the Nigerian constitution that if somebody feels like, okay, I love Nigerian people, I want to be part of that community politically and legally recognized, or I want to be a citizen of Nigeria, the Nigerian constitution allows for that. So this means the person will just put up an inquiry and an application to be a Nigerian citizen. And of course, in this situation, before you can now be adopted as one, there are some criteria to fulfill by the constitution. Maybe, for example, you must have been in Nigeria for say 10 years, or that nation you desire to be registered, or 5 years. And number two, they could say you must be of good conduct, or you must not have any record of criminality, or they could also say that your pastor or your religious leader must also write in support of your bid to be registered. Alright, so if this one is to be attained, it just takes you to say, I desire to be a part of this state or this nation. And when you take out the criteria required and you fulfill them, then in that situation, you can be registered. So in that way, you are not born there, you didn't even marry there, you only went to be registered. And this one can also be seen as a method of adopting or attaining the citizenship title of any nation of your choice. The fourth one, very similar to the third one, alright, that's by naturalization. Now this just is attained by belongingness. Belonging. For example, you have also been there for some time, you are a foreigner, and it happens to many of our people who travel overseas, you are a foreigner, you have joined the nation legally. So as a foreigner, and year after year, no criminal record, no offense whatsoever. So this one is attained when someone who was a foreigner has stayed in the nation for some time and now been adopted into the system. It's a form of, say, adoption system of citizenship. You are only adopted by the system because you have been there for some time and you also fulfill the criteria responsible for such attainment. So this registration or this form of citizenship is acquired by adoption. So when somebody is part of a society and after some time you are now being considered as a part of that nation. The last one is by honorary. Very simple. This is a form of citizenship acquired by honor or by gifts, so to say. They just say, well, we love what you are doing, and many of our people in Nigeria have attained this one in many parts of the world. For example, they could say, we love what you are doing in your nation, and because of what you are doing, we want to give you our status or our citizenship status to you because we see what you are doing and we want to commend you for that. So many people, they could be Nigerian and they could say, Cameroon could say, well, Cameroon is giving you this thing for free. So this one is a citizenship attained or acquired by gifts from the receiving nation. So these are the different types of methodology or patterns of ways or criteria for attaining the citizenship title of any nation Okay, so that's all for now. Remember, if there's anyone you want us to explain again, please let us know. This one talks about being born there for purposes of summary. This one talks about being born there, or of course, your parents were born there. That's an example. By marriage means when you marry a citizen and you fulfill the criteria of the law, in most time you are also a citizen. This one talks about your desire to be a part of that nation, then go and see what it takes, fulfilling the criteria, then being allowed or received into that nation. This one talks about you have been there for a while and you have been part of their system. Maybe you have been eating their food, or again you have been there for a long time and you have been following the different procedures towards becoming a part of them. Many of our people travel overseas and they were able to receive their passport at the end of the day. It's just by this methodology of naturalization. You have been part of them, and as such, you have been accepted or adopted. And the last one, say by gift. So that will be all for now on this one. In the next episode, we'll just go straight into the fundamental human rights. Then we'll talk under this one. We'll talk about the right of citizens, and we'll also talk about their obligations before we now talk about the functions of government. Now, the benefit of all of this is not even for the purposes of school alone, but for you to also know what works, all right, and what happens or what operates within the political landscape of maybe the nations of the world and this nation in particular. I will see you in the next class. Get ready so that we can enjoy this wonderful topic together. Remember to ask a question in the comment section if you have one, and also if you have anything you want us to explain again, please use the comment section. If you have not subscribed, please do that immediately. Why not also share to your friends so that they can also be part of what you are enjoying as much as possible. That will be all for now in this topic and this episode. I will see you in the next class. Bye for now.